We're going to be going outside in the snow with a hot cup of Chucky coffee with some French vanilla today, you guys. I kind of broke the rule. According to one of my buddies, K-cups I should have done 2 small. Instead I did 1 large. So it's a little watered down, but you know, I get my caffeine in for the day after 2 or 3 cups. Come on, Chucky. Fill her up, Chucky. I love that sound. Good morning, campers. How is everybody doing out there? Cheers to any new people that stop by the channel. Today we're doing a little coffee vlog with Mr. Chucky. Some French vanilla coffee. I'll try not to shake too much. I am here outdoors in camp backyard, midwinter. I'm trying not to shake. I apologize for that. Hold on. As I shake more. It is currently 44 degrees. And we're expected to get a pretty big snowstorm. I mean, I think between 6 and 8 inches. But there's the campfire. There's a Mr. Bear that we have target practice on. And usually the swimming pool's right here in front of the swing set. I don't think we're going to put it up this year, as last year the kids didn't use it that much and it was too much work. Cleaning it, keeping up to it, setting it up, taking it down, and all that stuff. But yeah, look how pretty this is. I just thought I'd hang out and bring you guys outdoors here. I know a lot of people out there don't even get to see snow. I mean, it's different when you're here in it than when you're watching it on TV if you don't live in that part of the environment. Like if you live down south your whole life, you never get a chance to go up north. It's great, it's beautiful, but honestly, when you live it, you get sick of it. But fortunately here in New England, Rhode Island, we get the 4 seasons, so by the time we get sick of it, it's over anyways, and then we're excited for the next part of the season. Now, if you lived way up north and you're always in the snow, you must go nuts. You know, you probably want to go on vacation a lot. But anyways, that being said, it is nice. Sometimes. Let's go look at the pine tree. I like this pine tree a lot, or spruce. Now, we planted, look how tall it is. See, it's all the way up there. We planted this tree when it was only maybe about a foot tall. Not even, it was like a little guy, a few inches tall. We planted it there, and now it's that big. So we've been here for a long time. It's like the family tree. Yeah. So good, you guys. Cheers. If you guys have coffee, cheers. Thank you for hanging out, by the way. This vlog is not really going anywhere. It's just hanging out, talking. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about a horror movie. If you want to consider it a horror movie, it's more like a thriller. Let's give a big cheers, if you have not seen it, to the movie Frozen. It's very appropriate time to talk about that movie because it's snowing out, obviously. The movie Frozen, and I'm not talking about the Disney movie, I'm talking about motherfucking Adam Green's Frozen. If you have not seen Frozen, I highly recommend it. It's kind of on the underground thriller horror. Kind of hard to find. I'm sure you can find it though on Amazon. I'm not sure if it's streaming anywhere, maybe on Shudder. It's awesome. I've seen it multiple times. I give Frozen 2 big thumbs up. Frozen, honestly, I'll get into it and do a little spoiler. So here's a spoiler alert. Even if you know kind of what happens, it kind of tells what happens in the trailer. It's basically these kids, these three teens that go to the mountain to go snowboarding. 2 guys and this girl, and they're low on money, and they want to get on the lift for free. So basically, the 3 kids go up on the mountain on the chairlift. The lift operator lets them up. I think he lets them on for cheap for the price of 1. They convince him, and they're snowboarding, their thing. They're meeting up. They meet this one guy. I mean, the one guy meets this one girl, and he starts to kind of like instantly fall in love with her on the mountain. Nothing really happens, but he gets her number. They go up on the lift. They come down. All of a sudden, it's like closing time. The storm is going to be moving in, and they want to go up on the lift one more ride, but the operator is like, oh, no, we're closing. They're like, come on, man, just one more time. Come on. And they convince the operator, okay. So they go up on the lift. All of a sudden, the operator has to leave to go to the bathroom or something. And he's like, hey, he tells one of the other people that work there, can you watch my lift? We got 3 more people coming down, because he knew the 3 went up. So the new operator that jumps in at his spot sees 3 other kids come down, assuming that's them. So he gets the wrong 3 people, and he walkies in to other lift operators, and he's like, we're going to close down. So as those 3 are still on their way up the mountain, the lift shuts down. And they're thinking, oh, maybe somebody fell off the lift. That's what normally happens. Normally, if somebody falls off a lift, they would stop it for a few seconds or a minute or so. But it doesn't start back up. And they're like, all right, come on. All of a sudden, the mountain lights start shutting down. And they're like, wait a minute, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on here? As time goes on, they're realizing, shit, we're in trouble. I mean, they're up high enough to where if you jumped, you'd break a leg or worse, or maybe not. But if you have ever been skiing before, I don't care if you're afraid of heights or not, when you're on those lifts, man, you have heavy boots and gear on, and you're really high, and you've been sitting for a while, and it's cold, and when you look down, it's on a slope too, and there might be some rocks down there, because the ski lift usually goes over terrain where people aren't going under the lift. You know what I mean? So, some of that mountain might be icy. It might not be deep powder, like 2 feet of. So that being said, they're up there, they're stuck. They're kind of freaking out, but as time goes on, they're really freaking the fuck out, because what do? And they realize, shit, it's a Friday, it's closed all weekend, and Monday is a holiday. They might not be open for 4 to 5 days, you know what I mean? So the whole movie, hold on. I'm shaking. The whole movie is like them trying to figure out how to get down, how to get help, what to do. One of them jumps, spoiler alert, breaks his leg. The bone's popping out, there's blood. He's laying there, and the other 2 are up in the lift, and they hear wolves come. Spoiler alert. Wolves come and eat their friend, tear him to pieces, and they're freaking the fuck out. One of the guys tries to climb up to the cable wire and slide down the wire to the next pole behind them. You know how there's poles with ladders on them that connect the cable for the lift? Halfway across the wire, it's so cold and frozen, it's cutting through his gloves. He can't make it. It's too much. He has to go back. He gets back on the lift. Eventually, he goes back to doing it because he has that determination. He gets down. He leaves. He never comes back. She's sitting up there by herself. He was supposed to go get help. The next day, He never came back. It's daylight. I think time goes by again, a whole day. She realizes, shit, something happened. She's like at that point almost dying from being frozen so, up there for so long that something happens. Stupid Hollywood. I'm not saying Adam Green's stupid, but they had to have the chairlift kind of snap and fall halfway down and is dangling by a little wire. And she's close enough now to where she could drop. So she drops down, but she kind of sprains her ankle, and then the chair falls off and lands partially on her leg and injures her leg to the point where she can't walk. So now here she is, it's daytime. She's kind of going head first on her stomach, sliding on her belly down the mountain. And she encounters her friend, the second kid that went down that never came back, being eaten by the same wolves. They look over at her, the wolves. I guess because they're already full, they're chowing down on her friend. They just kind of look at her, look back, and start eating again, and she just slowly keeps going. And eventually she gets down to the main lodge, crawls out into the main road, and a car comes by and stops and picks her up. And it ends there as if she's rescued. But again, the movie, every time you watch it, even though you know what happens, it's great because the score to it, the anticipation. Imagine if you were there. Use your imagination. It was great. Again, if you have not seen Frozen, go see Adam Green Frozen. You will not be disappointed. And Kane Hodder has a cameo in it. And my buddy's band that used to play in Boston, Helicopter, they have a song in it. And I was surprised to see that they made the soundtrack because they were a really, really great band, but they moved out to California. They kind of did a solo thing. Then they started a new project, but I haven't seen them perform Helicopter in years and years, but they were great. One of Boston's great rock bands. So it's one of those films that it doesn't disappoint. There's some people out there that say it was stupid. Oh, that would never happen. Or you could do this, or you could do that. Or why didn't they just do this? In my mind, I always say to myself, though, why didn't they just take all their clothes off and start tying knots around like the shirt, the sleeve, the pants, tie like the one side of the line of clothes to the bar on the chairlift, and then like crawl down the clothes and give yourself another like 15 feet and then drop. You know what I mean? But then if you're there, you're not going to sit there stripping your clothes off and think about that. And it's probably a lot harder than it is than using your imagination, But anyways, that's my Frozen review. That's my Frozen review as I'm getting snowed on. My phone's getting wet. I hope it doesn't break. And my coffee, it's getting there. Let's see. What does it do? Chucky. Let's draw a Jason figure in the snow. Let's see how good I can do this. Let's see if I can make it look somewhat like Jason Voorhees. This is my attempt. This is so bad now. There we go. Just put some dots. You kind of get the picture, right? That's shit. Fuck that. You can't draw in the snow. It's crazy though that it's snowing like hell, and then a few months away, whatever, we're gonna have a fire right here, and we're gonna be wearing shorts, a t-shirt, drinking beers with a fire, lots of leaves on the trees. But right now we're standing here frozen in the snow. Anyways, you guys, that's the end of the vlog. I plan on doing more coffee chat type vlogs in the near future. Maybe I'll go and visit some locations here in Rhode Island. In the summer, this spring, we'll go fishing. Maybe I'll do a fishing vlog and do other stuff. Not so much as sitting here in the yard, but you know, it's safe with COVID going on. May as well just do some backyard vlogging with you guys. Until next time, if you guys have not subscribed to the channel, please consider give this video a like. It helps YouTube recommend it to others out there with the algorithm. I appreciate you guys. Until next time, stay out of the woods, campers. Please just don't go in. There's a lot going on in those woods. I don't want to get into it. Just stay out of the woods.